guys, welcome to Let's Upgrade 025, and this is all about we'll spend good time about programming and we I would not sharing Django Project which we are supposed to build. So let us on the good plan and we just you obviously write your comment as well. And if you can see the screen. For again, I the same problem. Not sure. This is problem software because we start solving our doubts.
Guys, wait for a few seconds. Sir is having some technical issues, network issues, I guess. That's why, her network is lagging. So just wait for a few while. Sir will be there in a second.
Guys, just bear with me for another minute. Can anybody confirm if you can see my web screen now? I'm live. Okay, looks good. Looks good. It means that I'm able to see my screen on the live YouTube. So just want anybody from the comment section to confirm it if possible. Are you able to see? Yeah, good, good. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thank God we got the error solved. It was maybe due to the Mozilla Chrome problem. So I jumped into a Firefox and I'm clearly able to work. So let's not waste a lot of time here and let me just show you. Let me just show you that what's today's plan. Again, I'm going to continue we have covered these functions and other things. So what I'm going to introduce is we are going to write some functions, very basic functions, and the same function we will try to do with the lambda as well as with the list comprehensions. And after that, we need to do some more object-oriented programming as well. So sure, if this sounds a good plan, let's directly jump into a code and let's start a thing. So let's make a lambda function. Let me show you what do you mean by lambda. Let me build a three things. Example of function is example x. It just take some number and just return a plus 2. So if I'm going to provide 4 to it, as you know that I'm going to provide 4 to it, it's going to return a 6. If I provide 8 to it, it's going to return a 10. Same thing could be done with the lambda. So let me just copy a lambda. I'm just going to say a lambda. And lambda is basically lambda is also kind of a one-liner function where you are just going to write a lambda keyword and then name of the function can be anything, and it should do a what. In a starting it would be little daunting for anybody, but you need to, it's not too difficult. The lambda is basically one liner function. You can always take these example and you would understand. So lambda is a keyword, or you can say that x, nothing, let's keep it as x. I'm going to say that lambda is a keyword. It takes a, just add 2 to it. Let's see. And I'm going to say it as a white so that distinguish. Now if I'm going to provide y4 is going to return 6, y8 return going to same. So same thing what we did here could be done same here. Let me take one more example for anybody who hasn't understood. Subtract example, and it's going to take again a, and it's just going to do what? Return a minus 5. As simple as this. So let's provoke this function. 5 again 0, because 5 minus 5 is 0. If I'm going to provide 9, going to return 4. Now let me build the same thing using a lambda function. So I'm going to say subtract lambda example, just the name of the function, and I'm going to say it's a lambda function. So I need to write a lambda keyword, and it's going to take a and just going to return a minus 5. As simple as this, nothing else. Let me extract that. Now I'm going to call the same function here. 5 minus 5 is 0, as you have seen, and 9 minus 5 is 4. Let's do some complicated thing. We have function that sum list. Very simple, sum list. It's just going to take a sum and going to return the sum of that list. Sum list, suppose we get provided a and it just return what? Sum of all the list, sum. A. Let's provoke that. Let's do 5, 6, 7. As simple as this. Let's provide something else as well. 6, 89, 90, 23, 45. Makes sense. Let's try to do the same thing using a lambda, because lambda is very powerful. Many of the time you would see that it gets asked in the interview. So you should be well aware about the lambda function. Okay, hope that my audio, video, everything is clear, guys. Sure, let me just now write a lambda function. The name of the function is can be anything. Just for the clarification, I have written sum list lambda is equal to lambda keyword. It's going to take a, which is a kind of a list, and just going to return sum of a. Simple as this. So if I'm going to provide something like this, same thing, 5, 6, 7, you get the same answer. If I'm going to provide some other thing, you would see a same benefited ratio. Makes sense. So this is one of the very cleanest example of a lambda function, which whatever you do for a single liner function, it just return that. There are many more examples, but time doesn't permit. So let's see if we have any doubt about this before we move to this list comprehension using a Python. Okay, what's the difference between lambda and return function? No. Lambda is a type of function which is a one-liner function. So if you have a function like this, which you should have done like this can always be converted into a one-liner like this. That's what a lambda function is all about. VS Code, yes, we are going to do a project in VS Code, guy. By 8:40, we will be directly jumping onto a VS Code and starting our Django. So just hold yourself, and everybody will get benefited from this. And I do have one excited news as well. So let me give you after that. What is the significance of lambda function? That's a good question. You know what? Whenever you have a function which does a very simple thing, you don't need to write a function. You can always use a one-liner lambda, which is quite fast for a very simple function job. So if you take a list of a billion item and you iterate through a list and use a lambda function to do something with each item, you will find it as little faster as compared to a calling a function for each and every item in that 1 billion list. Okay, sure. Any further doubt? Let's jump on to the other thing. That's a list comprehension, which I showed you that day. Okay, it looks like we have no doubt. Let's go there now. So I'm going to talk about list comprehension. That's very sophisticated topic. Suppose I have a list. Suppose I have a list that for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, print hi I. Simple. I 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. Same thing could be done using a list comprehension. So how? I for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a one-liner thing, and I'm just gonna print that hi and plus I, or it can be f string. Let's make it as f string, because many people might say that why no f string. Let me take here also f string, because as I said, always you should try f string rather. I'm just going to write f here, so we get the same thing here also. I'm going to do f string, and let me close a single parenthesis. I get the high one, high two, everything like proper. Now let me show you one more thing. I have a suppose like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to find out that if else condition, if particular I is a table of 3 or not. So I'm just going to say I percent of 3 is equal to 0. Just print f string table of 3, and I'm just going to print I. So you see that table of 3, 3, 6, 9. Same thing can I do with list comprehension? Let's see. I for I in, and I'm just going to print the same thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm just going to say that if same condition, if I percent 3 is equal to 0, and just a simple f string table of 3, and I'm just going to put this. Let's see, let's run this. Okay, I got the same exact result what I did here could be done here also. Let's see one more thing, the last example. Although we have many more examples, but that would be enough to kickstart your list comprehension journey. By the way, suppose I have example like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm going to say that if I percent 2 is equal to 0, means is it I is the table of 2? If it is a table of 2, I'm just going to write a simple f string table of 2 I, else print simple thing that it's not a table of 2. It's not table of 2. Basically means if else condition what I have written. Okay, it's not a table of 1, table of 2, blah 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 thing. Can we do the same thing with list comprehension? Yes, we can do that as well. Let me just copy that. I have written already a good example, so I don't need to spend much time in writing a code. I'm gonna come here and I'm going to say that if x okay, I'm going to say that first of all I need to write this. Let me write that in next line so that people understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what we had. So I'm going to say if x percent, first of all the first condition percent 2 is equal to 0. If x percent 2 is equal to 0, then I'm going to write what? I'm just going to print this thing. So let me just copy that here. And else I'm just going to copy this, so I could do that. It looks little difficult for anybody who is seeing it first time, but trust me guys, once you start using it, you would be surprised to know that same thing what we did with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 line of code, you can do it with one line of code. So we have a if condition as well as else condition, and all the iteration of entire loop using the single list comprehension. Sure, guys. Any doubts? I have some more excited example to cover as well. Yes, lambda is a very you can say it's a subtle function. It can do a many more things what I have showed. You can always try a many more things, and I'm sure it can do that. Sum of all list integer, everything can be done. So suppose I have a function that is doing last example. Suppose I have a function like add. Suppose add me just do one thing, just take a and b, and if you return a plus b. In case you run it at all, so I won't be able to. I will not. That's just the way of learning. But you could do the same thing using lambda as well. Okay, there's a problem. Everybody has to stay and I to call you. Okay, got it, got it. Okay, that's fine. And it's not fast, too low, it's too far. I don't know, maybe from the YouTube or maybe screen share. But I switch off my camera, so that makes sense. Screen is freeze.
Guys, so we'll be back soon. Don't worry. So is facing some network issues only. So guys, if you have any doubts, do ask them in the chat related to your certification process. I saw some people asking, so let me just clear it out. So guys, you will be getting two types of certificates. One is your participation certificate, and you will get that when you mark the attendance for all the 5 days. After marking the attendance for all the 5 days, you will be getting a participation certificate, and you will be getting a completion certificate as well. If you mark the attendance for all the days, if you complete the assignment and submit it on time, and if you give the exam also, by doing these three tasks, then only you are going to get a completion certificate. So guys, if you guys have any kind of doubts rather than this, then do ask me. And guys, all the links for everything, it is mentioned in the description box. Just go and check. Where can you submit the assignment? You can submit the assignment through a link which is given in the description box. Okay, and any doubt, guys, any doubt, you just can ask in the chat box. How to give the exam details will be given to you through your email only. We will be sharing everything, every detail regarding the exam through your email id. Okay. The last day to submit the assignment would be, I guess, on Saturday, or I guess on Monday. So guys, do submit the assignments accordingly. Yes, guys, we do have internships. We do give internships, but all those things are, everything is shared in the Instagram. So do follow our Instagram page, and there everything related to the internship part is, included, and everything is shared there. So do go and check over there. Attendance link is working, guys. Attendance link is working fine. You just do one thing, just copy paste the attendance link in your Google Chrome. Just don't just go and click on it. I guess that is why you people are facing issues. For exams, do we have MCQ? I have no idea about this, but you will be getting all your details through your mail ID, guys. You will get your participation certificate through mail only, and you will get your completion certificate like on your doorstep, guys. You will be getting your completion certificate on your doorsteps, so accordingly submit your assignments. Exam will be done, I guess. I just said now everything, every detail. When is your exam, how the exam will be conducted, where it will be conducted. Online, it will obviously be conducted online only, where everything, all the details will be shared through your mail, guys. Krish, no, there is no way to confirm it. What you can do is that you can again mark your attendance for that same day. And guys, please bear with me for just a short time. Yes, sir is here. We will start.
Guys, apologize. Not sure why it's happening, but there is no problem from my side. It looks like a YouTube or a StreamYard problem. So just bear it with me. We are not really sure what to do with that. So if these hiccups happen, just bear it with me. Sorry again for that. Hope I'm visible, and hope my screen is not lagging. Let me just switch off the camera. By the way, it might take some bandwidth. It might help in the bandwidth as well. Okay. Okay. So let's. Can you collaborate with guys? If you are not serious, you can always quit the class. It won't help. List comprehension. Welcome, guys. Thank you. List comprehension again. Let me explain that, because many folks. Let me just show you that one thing, that many things which you can do with. For example, you have a list like 1 2 3 4 5. Let's explain that quickly. Suppose you print hi with I. That's a suppose simple your job hi, and you are just going to add I multiply by 2. Very simple thing. So if you print that, you get this result. But this entire for loop is a multi-line. If you have a job where it needs to be done in a single line, here comes the role of a list comprehension. So let me just write the same thing what I have written up, but in a single line. I'm just going to say that instead of this, I'm just going to put I for I in the single line, and I'm just going to say that hi and the same message, and just multiply just like I did up this. So this is the first list comprehension, which you can use it for iterating on a simple for loop. Now let's see that if we have one more example, and we have some numbers like 5 6 7 8 12 15 18 76 89 90 99. And I'm just going to say that if is it a divisible by 5 3 or not. If it's in the table of 3, just return me that a very simple message, that table of 3, and just the number name of the variable. So it looks like 6 is the divisible by 3 directly. Same is with 912 and blah blah blah, many more things. Now this thing, if you wanted to do in the list comprehension, can be done. How to do that? Very simple. I for I, just like I did up, I'm just going to copy these number, not to waste any time of the students. And I'm just going to say here the same condition. If %3 is equal to 0, and here instead of I, same message I just copy pasted. So what you have seen there, you got the same result rather than 3 line on the single line using list comprehension. Now let me show you, any doubt guys? No worries, sure, thank you very much. Now let me show you the final doubt, final example of list comparison. Suppose we have a job like for I in, same thing here. Let me just copy this table. Rather than 3 table, okay, I'm just going to find the 3 table only, just going to copy this code as it is, no changes in the code, and else just going to print if it's not the table of 3, I'm just going to print that it's not table of 3 and just I. Same thing if you see this example that it's a table of 3, it's not a table. If it's a table of 6, it just shows one by one. Same thing could be done using a list comprehension. So I'm just going to copy this example, or let me just copy the upper example and let me just show you. So if you have a if and else condition, same thing could be done here. So I'm just going to say that, okay, I'm using this list. So quickly I'll just copy paste the list in this multi-line, and I'm going to the if x percent 3, which I did up, very simple, 3 is equal to 0. If it's a divisible by 3, I'm just going to print this statement. Else I'm just going to print this statement. That's it, nothing else I'm need to do it. Else, let me delete this. I'm just need to delete this, and the second more, let me move it multi-line. So this entire thing, although you looks like say that it's a 2 line, but it's a single line, although I have divided that into a second line so that everyone can see. So I have written one condition that if the x is percent 3, give me this message. If the condition does not satisfy, give me this message. And for what? For iterating in that list. So if I execute, you get the same result. What you have achieved through a 5 line, you can do the same thing in a 1 line. So this was all about a list comprehension. Let's see if we have any doubt. Tomorrow's function 2. Okay, we have some doubt. Okay, that's a let me take a tomorrow's function 2 example. Yesterday I said that the function 2 should take any length of the list, any length of a dictionary which might have a name, age, qualification, and any more things, key value which you wanted to add, and it just need to iterate and print a proper or stylish f string, nothing else. Let me show you what I meant. Suppose, okay, first of all, I'm going to make a blueprint of a function. So suppose the function name is iterate over dict, nothing else. It just take a dict, and what it does is it's just a blueprint for key value in, as I remember, as you showed you, if you just write the dict, it just return the keys. So you need to write items to get the key value both. And I'm just going to write a very simple thing, f string, that key is just a key and its value is this. That's it. Now if I have a suppose, let me make a one good dictionary. Suppose my dictionary is example like this. I have a name is example let's upgrade, and spoken language is English, example English. Just bear with me for the spelling, that doesn't matter. We will go a little fast. English. Let me just put a comma after every key value argument. You need to put a comma, as hope you know that. Now second thing is that language, the computer language is example we do a Python, JS, HTML can't be called as a language, but I'll include. And place is example Mumbai. You can put any key value whichever you want, just to make it as a nicer. And age is example 2, and suppose marks is example 89.90. okay, this is the list. Suppose this list is, I can save it in the direct intro is this, and now I'm going to iterate over, going to call this function, and I'm just going to pass the iterate intro, same thing. So I get that key value, I get the proper key value. This is what the second assignment was all about. Hope people have solved what I have said. And Before going further, guys, as you know that every day I'm trying to tell, and many folks and whomsoever joining new or whomsoever wanted to know about uh, 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 our PGP courses. So as you know that folks, we are facing that a problem that we can't go to a depth of any particular topic, which is the uttermost need of any programming language. Because if you wanted to excel in a topic, you need to go in a greater detail, need to commit a lot of error. Because this our 5 hours in a week does not allow that, so we can't do that, and we cannot even communicate one on one. So for this purpose only, we have introduced 4 excited and glamorous PGP, which is a post graduation program in Let's Upgrade. The duration is a 6 month, and 4 PGP. The first PGP what we have started is, am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Can anybody confirm?
So you're audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. Okay, guys. Sure. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. So as I said that, as you know that just now you have watched a wonderful video about the one-on-one session. So this one-on-one counseling session has been kept for learning more about the PGP courses. So as I said that we have a 4 excited PGP courses. The first course is a web development where we are going to use a Python framework, the front-end framework, like example of Django or Flask, where Django you would be seeing in a minute. And a backend is a Python, and then our choice of database. The second program is also on the same line, which is a full stack, where we would be not only exploring the Python framework, but some other framework. Then the third PGP is all about AI, ML, and machine learning, folks. And the fourth PGP is the final, which is a data science. So this entire 4 PGP have a 1 month common, which is all about the Python basic and learning about the data exploration and many more things. So if you feel that you wanted to upgrade your career, if you feel that you wanted to enhance a career, maybe kickstart your career, I would highly recommend you to inquire about Let's Upgrade. And for this purpose only, I have another excited news to share, that we are having a live one-on-one session, or maybe you can say as a counseling, so that you can ask your doubts, that is the particular PGP suits for you, and our experts including me will answer. So hope that you have the calendar link, so do book your slot to have a one-on-one session. And I'm quite excited to see you folks, all serious folks to there, so that we can talk lively, and I can really I can solve all your doubts about your career, that if you're not sure that I should go for AI/ML, maybe for a data science, maybe for a web development, should I be a full stack. So all the queries could be solved in one-on-one session. So do subscribe and book your slot. And Let's Upgrade has already provided the calendar link, so just book your slot and let's meet up there. Okay, we have the calendar link. Thanks, Let's Upgrade, for that. And this is all about the PGP courses. And let me show you one thing, guys. This is 8:39. As I said that we have a lot more to cover, but we wanted to complete one Django project as well. So let me just show you a Django project where we are going to build a very simple Django. Although if you don't understand the entire Django for the first time, that's totally all right. You don't need to worry about that. So I am at my VS Code screen. So let me just confirm if anybody or everybody is able to see the VS Code screen. Can anybody in the comment section confirm if you can see the VS Code screen? Can you see my VS Code screen, guys? No. No, shit, this is not good. I don't know why it's happening. Let me rejoin, guys. Okay. Oh, let me wait that my VS Code screen should show up. Okay. Kudos, guys. I can see that my VS Code screen is visible because I am also watching the live YouTube video. So let me just show you. This is what whenever you open a VS Code, you will have this thing. So this is called exploration, where all the files will be here. Here you can search files. This is called for the Git source control things. This is all about running and debugging, and this is about extension where you can download lot of free extensions. Maybe you wanted to have HTML extensions or CSS or anything, can explore that. And this is a Docker. Will not be doing a Docker, by the way. So first of all, I'm going to write a Django project, but first of all, I need to open a folder. Basically means where I'm going to write all the Django projects. So let me just go to a desktop. I have a Django series. Let's upgrade, by the way. I'm going to say that, okay, my folder, let me make a new folder, and example, today's date is 02 hero, and today's date is it's a 21. That's it. You can directly create and it would open that folder. So once you have the empty folder, it looks something like this. Okay. So now I need to open a terminal to install another thing. But let me show you a very important insight about this. You know that many people, everyone, each and everyone as a developer here, you know that we work with many projects simultaneously, parallelly, and every project is particular, every might have a different version. You can say Django comes down with Django 4, which is the version, and something about the Django 3.8. So if I install Django 4, it will take return. So it might have a lot of problems. So we have a very good practice here in Django, which is also called our own web environment. Only limited to Django, any framework of anything, Python, there's something called water environment, which basically means
Excuse me, sir.
you can make your own environment which is separate from other environment, or you can select your own black box which is not related to
Sir,
the
am I
other
audible?
boxes. You, am I audible?
Sir, your voice is breaking a lot, sir.
Guys, let's bear with me for a minute. Let it go live. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Guys, whomsoever is saying that switch back to Geo from BSNL, guys, it's a Geo. So you know, it's a good joke, but yes, it's a Geo. It shouldn't have a problem. So as I was saying, now hope I am visible. Okay. Okay. Looks like I'm visible. As I'm saying that, let me just put YouTube also at the same time. Okay, it's live. So as I'm saying that you are going to make your own black box, and whatever you install inside, it will not affect whatever is outside. So for that, we have a very sophisticated thing called virtual environment in Python, and it comes pre-built in Python. So how to execute that? Let me show you. Currently, I am at 0 to year 21 folder, so which I can specify using this here. I am at the 0 to year folder. So I'm just going to write a Python, and I am going to use a Python 3.8 because as I showed you guys, I have a mini Python installed. So if I type up default Python, it comes 2.8, which really is not what I wanted to use. So I'm just going to write a Python 3.8 just to make sure that it pick up my Python 3.8 version. I'm just going to write Python 3.8 hyphen m pip. Pip is basically a library. Pip is basically whenever you want to install any library, upgrade any library, or uninstall library, pip is a command line package manager. Just like in JavaScript, we have something called npm. In Python, it's a pip. It again comes by default whenever you install any Python version. So you can provoke like this Python version hyphen m pip. If you enter, you get the entire command which shows that okay, you have the pip. Just tell me what needs to be done. So again, I'm going to press up arrow. I get the same command again. In the command line, you can always press up arrow to get the last typed command. So I'm going to type Python 3.8 hyphen m pip, and for virtual environment, I need to write venv, which is short form of making our own block box, and after that space dot. Dot means for the current folder. If I enter, okay, this show Python pip install. Let me do. Okay, 1 second, guys. This should. Not we don't need a pip, we just need a venv dot, because many times I do that, I do forget. So whenever you type this command Python 3.8 hyphen m virtual environment, which is short form venv dot means current folder, you get that you got 3 folder, which you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to read also, nothing. You just need to run another command called source bin activate. And let me tell you one thing, guys. Anybody who is not at the Mac, and if it's in the Windows or Linux, command is totally same. For the Windows, it might be little different, but you don't need to worry about that. You can always go to internet and search for that. So once I've activated, you see that in my bracket, I got this particular folder name in the bracket, which means that my virtual environment has been activated. So whatever I install inside this will not affect outside. That's the one thing. Second thing, if you notice that I have used a Python 3.8. So now if I just type Python, I will not get 2.7 because currently I'm not outside the box. I'm inside the box. Let me just exit it. Let me clear it. Let me make it a little bigger for anybody who is okay. This looks bigger. Now, let me just, I have a 14-inch laptop, so this might be a problem. Everybody might not be able to see the entire screen. So now I need to install Django. Everyone's the favorite question to be answered. We need to understand, install a Django. Hope I'm visible totally okay. So I just need to write Python hyphen m pip install Django. That's it, and press enter. It goes to a Django website, install the latest Django, which is 4.0.1. You see that using catch installing Django, successfully installed Django, and it downloaded 8 MB of a Django. Now let's see. Okay, there is one more thing. With every framework, there might be some other libraries also get installed automatically. So how to find out how many libraries are installed inside our black box? So for that, we have a very simple command called pip freeze. So pip freeze, if you do, you get that with a Django, you got sgref installed, which is another server. Backport doesn't matter, SQL parse, and Django as well. Now this is a good practice in not only in Django but in any project, that whatever library you install, you should keep a record of all the libraries, so that if you ship the project to somebody and he or she need to install all the libraries dependent on this project, she should just refer to a single file. So for that, we have something called pip freeze. This is a very simple command applicable in all 3 operating systems. So I'm just going to do a pip Pip Freeze and greater than sign and just the name of the file where all the name of the library would stay. Requirements, and requirements.txt is just the name of the file. Requirements is a standard practice. You can name anything, but this is just a standard practice to name it as a requirement. So if I enter it, I get a requirements.txt file, and here all things whatever I have installed are written. Hope that makes sense. Now, as you know that Django is installed, now let's check that if Django is installed, let's check the version of Django. How we can do that? We just need to type Python -m and Django and version. That's it. I get that 4.0.1 is the version which is installed. So this means our Django is installed. Every project is set up. Let's start working on the project. But before that, let's see if we have any doubt, guys. If anybody who is wondering about if our PGP is accepted by hiring companies, do ask and do visit a LetsUpgrade site as well as LinkedIn. You would find many folks are getting recruited through LetsUpgrade. So I thought of answering that. Sign, it looks so complex. No, that's not. Let me be honest with you. It might look like, because if this is your first time, you may be thinking I need to do here and there. But no worries, guys. If you do many times, it will be just a piece of cake. Although I can understand people must be, but no worries, guys, it's not that difficult. And as I said, programming is all about taking challenges, so it's all about that. Okay, it means our Django is installed. So if anybody who is wondering how to install Django, this is the way you install Django. If anybody is wondering what if I install Django and my other my other project might get disturbed, it will not, because we have something called virtual environment. We have seen how to make a virtual environment, how to activate it. Now let's make a Django. Now let me tell you one thing. Django framework is divided into two things. Every Django will have a one project. Suppose you are making a project, so you will have a project, and inside a project there will be a different module. Suppose Amazon.com. So Amazon.com have a many different modules or different work to do. One work is to show all the t-shirts example. One work is to take care of all the discounts. One work is to take care of all the transactions. So these all works are correlated. But if there is a problem with the t-shirts, so it doesn't need you as a developer of Amazon, I don't need to search entire all the code base of Django Amazon. I just need to find out, okay, it's coming from t-shirt. It means that I should search in a t-shirt app, which is a t-shirt module, and I'll be good to go and would be able to find out the error quickly as compared to if I need to search entire code base. So this is what Django has used. Every project will have at least one app, and every app means a particular set of work, and all app interact with each other properly. So let's make a project. So for project, we have to use a command called Django admin. So if I don't do anything, I just press enter, you get the Django admin has a many things. It is a start project, test server, many more things. So let's do that. Again, I'm going to press up arrow Django admin, and I'm going to make a project. For making a project, you need to use start project. And start project, suppose I'm going to make let's upgrade. Let's name it as let's upgrade. Very simple. Let's put a underscore. Let's upgrade, which is the name of the project, and I'm just going to press enter. So as soon as you press enter, you get that we got this directory. Let's go inside this directory. Inside this directory, we have another same directory, which basically you don't need to confuse. In the starting, you need to be able to see the two things, but later on, whenever you go to advanced, you will understand how to not get a duplicate project. So inside first of all, inside let's upgrade, I have one project named let's upgrade, and then I have some files. So this manage.py file is basically a file which makes you run server, makes you stop server, many things. You don't need to run, you don't need to worry about this, what's written inside that. But let's focus on this let's upgrade in our project. It has init file, it's a constructor, you don't need to worry about that. SG, it's asynchronous server, you don't need to worry about in a basic. Setting.py, URL is whiskey.py. Very simple. But before that, let's not do anything, and let's just run our Python project or Django project, and let's see is it working properly or not. Let's see. So for that, I'm going to use something called manage.py. I need to go, but for that, currently I'm at this folder. So I need to go inside my project folder. So I'm going to cd let's upgrade. If I do current working directory, I see that I'm inside this. Now if I do python manage.py and I need to type a statement called run server. Let me run that. Whenever you run it, you get that it automatically run on 8000 port as a basic. You don't need to worry about the port, but you can always change your port. So let me just click on the link and let's go back. Okay, it's doing something. It shows I think I have another project running. Let me stop that project, by the way, guys. Okay, this is stop. Let's go to manage.py because I had the another project running on the same thing. So let me just close that thing. 1 second, guys. Just I have many more projects running, so this might be a problem. Okay, that's stopped. Now let's run that. Now this shouldn't be a problem. Run server, and I get the same link. Let me click that link again. You got the error because we had the many project running simultaneously. Okay, we get this screen which says that the install works successfully. Congratulations, you are seeing this page because debug is equal to true, means you can see all your errors here. And then we have view new release. Then we have a Django documentation, very important, tutorial, and Django community. Although I am always referring a Django documentation, and if anybody who is practicing Django first time, I would highly encourage you to use a tutorial, a polling app to start your Django journey. So once, as you can see that this entire thing is running, after that we will be making app and doing many more things. But before that, let's see if we have any doubt, guys. And guys, I highly apologize for the delay which happened today, and I hope it doesn't happen next time. Let me go to Google Chrome and see if we have any doubt. Guys, let's be serious. Okay. I just now I showed you how to download Django. You just need to do a pip install Django. Pip install Django. Very simple thing with that. And guys, as you know that it's already 9. We always run out of a time because our duration is of only 1 hour. And you know that each and everyone who is serious here would have a many doubts. And as you know that we can't have one-on-one conversation. So as you know, we have invited for the calendar link. So do book your calendar so that you can ask our expert all your doubts, and you can think about yourself, and you will have more clarity that do you need to enroll for the PGP course? Is the particular PGP course is right for you or not? Okay, today's assignment. Yes, guys. As I said that just now, I made a very simple Django, not the entire project. I just ran a Django, very simple thing, nothing else I did. So your project is, everyone, now this is all about the assignment. This is all about the assignment, please. Everyone, please focus here. Our assignment is you need to make your virtual environment. You need to make any folder and make a virtual environment. Once the virtual environment is done, you need to install a Django just like I did. You need to make a project and you need to successfully run that project. That's it, nothing else. Hope that makes sense. Let me explain that again. You need to make a folder. You need to install a virtual environment over there, need to install a Django, and need to make a Django project. Any ABC, any name doesn't matter. And just run that project. It should not have anything, and it should successfully run, and just need to it should show you this page which just now I showed you. This page it should show you. That's it. That's what you need to do. Sure, guys. Hope Django. I hope the today assignment is clear. And as you know that we are at the 5th, which is the last day, which is always a sad to see because I won't be able to see the many audience. And how will you just upload it on the GitHub, and Let's Upgrade folks would be able to give me a link of that. So no worries about that. So this is all about today's assignment is you need to install a Django, install a virtual environment, and make any of your project. Very simple, nothing, no coding need to do, and just run that project successfully. That's it. Not a screenshot, you need to show the entire code. Just like as you can see that we have a code here. Although we have not written a single line of code, but all the files all the boilerplate code which we got automatically, you should also show the same thing. And as you know that assignment is very important to get the certificate. Sure guys. So as you know that we have the assignment, you subscribe, you fill your assignment, we have the calendar link also given, and then we have attendance link also, and we have a PGP link also as well. So do visit all the links, whichever makes sense to you, whichever gets needed to you. So thank you very much guys for all the 5 days patience, and thank you especially for bearing this nuisance issue which we were facing. And let's meet on one-on-one session, and I'm too excited to talk to you over there. So thank you very much guys. Thank you so much for your time, and take good care of yourself and your family. Be safe. Thank you very much guys.